While clicking this video, you do know how Morocco have fared in this World Cup and what you think they can still do. But in this video, we have to talk about how they've done it and what Africa can do and how I think they will fare in tomorrow's third place game at this point of recording. So first things first, here's an outlook onto how Morocco have done it there. Morocco are not your regular World Cup side, qualifying just 6 times, and this being the second time that they will qualify back to back. Let's look at how they fared on the African soil. Morocco are only champions of Africa once back in 1976. While in the recent AFCON, we're going to see how they've been doing. So back in 2021, the recently concluded AFCON, which was in January, the 2021 AFCON, which occurred in 2022, mind you, this one, Morocco lost out to Egypt on the 2-1 scoreline after extra time. It didn't go to penalties, but it saw that Morocco were not going to go past Egypt. While back in 2019, they lost to Benin Republic on penalties. And back in 2017, they also lost to Egypt 1-0. Very narrow loss, but still, they weren't going to go through. While also in 2015, they failed to qualify for the African Cup of Nations. Don't forget that Morocco are going to be third non-European or South American team to go as far as the semifinals ever since South Korea back in 2002, which they hosted, and also USA in 1930, which Uruguay hosted. Although the 1930 format was a bit more reduced than to what we have now, with only 4 groups and only Group A having 4 teams and the rest having 3 teams, which meant there was a total of 13 teams in that competition. So you can imagine USA finished the top of that group. They surely went to the semi-finals. But back to the point of what we're talking about, it's about Morocco. Well, after the devastating 2018 World Cup exit, yeah, Morocco knew they had to do something, losing to the likes of Spain and Portugal and narrowly drawing to Iran. They knew they had to do something. First things first, they had to let go of their manager who had a fallout with the likes of Hakim Ziyech and their left back. And 4 months before the World Cup, they had Walid Regragui, the magic man. He's like Gus Hiddink of South Korea back in 2002. Literally, he's like Gus Hiddink though. So they sacked their coach and immediately they knew that they were going to go forward. 4 months before the World Cup, like I said, not everybody in Morocco was happy with this. But Walid Regragui recently just won the CAF Champions League, and that was what prompted the Moroccan national team to still get his services for this World Cup. In case you don't know, he coaches Wydad FC, who are the current champion of the CAF Champions League, and they've also won it 3 times. Out of how many times the Moroccan team has won it, which is 6. Now, at the World Cup, now there was no attention within that first game, which they played against Croatia, and also going to be a third place match. But the game against Belgium, the game was the game changer, and it announced Morocco to the world that they have something to offer. Winning that game by 2-0, and then beating Canada by 2-1 to qualify from that group with 7 points. And they went on to beat the likes of Spain in the round of 16, beat the likes of Portugal as well. That's 3 giants in football that you don't come easy to defeat. Don't forget that back in 2018, both Spain and Portugal did beat this Moroccan side to ensure that qualification. So Morocco did get them back. Now, to what Africa can really emulate from what this Moroccan team are doing. First things first, you must know that Morocco have a lot of interest in their sport, a lot of interest. With them, the budget being around 1.25 billion, you know that this is a country that knows what the sport means to them and what the returns can be eventually. The sports money, the budget for sports goes to everywhere that it is meant to be. Second of all, you need to reduce corruption because you might not just mention a budget and the money that is disbursed doesn't go to a particular place. But Morocco, I don't live there, but I think Morocco do ensure that the money that is meant to go to where it is actually goes to where it is. And last but not least, they need to hire the right set of people from the manager and the people above the manager, their football federation chairman, or anyone that is going to be in charge or above the manager overseeing the sports ministry entirely. So get that right for any African team. They can just be on their way. And I'm talking to the likes of Ghana, the likes of Cameroon, the likes of Nigeria. If you get that right, you can be on your way as well. South Africa are doing well, but World Cup wise, they haven't just been there. But Morocco have given us the 2022 to never forget. Now, last but not least is their third place game against Croatia. I think that's going to be happening on Saturday. In case you do not know, that's going to happen on Saturday at this point of recording this video. This is Friday. I think that game against Croatia is going to be a dead rubber game because both teams are not going to be sure whether to attack or defense. We saw Morocco against France. They knew when they conceded, that's when they had to come out, and eventually they shot themselves in the foot. But the previous one I was playing, the group, they limited Croatia to 5 shots, which is Croatia's lowest ever in a World Cup match. Just to show you how good this Moroccan team are. I felt that we're going to make it out to the final, because how coming this far? Why not go step before? Why not go one step further? They play against Croatia, and we know both teams when it comes to penalties, Livakovic and Bono. But I think come the end of 90 or maybe 120, Morocco are going to triumph and become third, just like South Korea and USA. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. I will see you next time. Thank you.